Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the Reds franchise here on the channel, as today we'll be taking on the evil St. Louis Cardinals in our opening day game in our very first season. Should be interesting. I'm still pretty new to the game and to the MLB franchise in general, but it should be a load of fun, so let's just hop right into it. And here we go. Sonny Gray, of course, the opening day starter. Let's see what he can do here at the top of the first. Up first against Kolten Wong.
Leading off the afternoon.
Batted a nice 285 last year. We are going to give him a nice high inside fastball here at the first pitch. And it's good for a strike. Kolten Wong will be sat down for the first out of the game as Votto flips it on to Sonny. And we have one out. Here's a look at the starting lineups. Cardinals are going Kolten Wong, Dexter Flower, Goldschmidt, Carpenter, DeYoung, Molina, O'Neill, Thomason, the pitcher. Flaherty, however the heck you say his name. They were 11th in the National League last year in hits. That's not too great. Here comes Dexter Fowler. The way we'll be doing this series is we will play one game in every 6. Play about, I think it's 27 games a year, which I think is a nice number. The way we do have a nice bit of user games, but it still is just mostly the team doing well. Or the success will be mostly based on just the CPU. I will be showing all the games I play, obviously, and I am going to try and use every pitcher 5 times, as we will be playing, like I said, 27 games, and I'll have to use 6 times. We strike out Dexter Fowler there on the high heat, and they're 2 away in the inning. And here comes the always dangerous Paul Goldschmidt. He's been a big-time bat in the league ever since he stepped onto the field. We'll foul off the first one, and he is 0 for 11 on his career with Sonny Gray. Hopefully we can push that to 0 and a bigger number here today. We definitely do not want him on base. There's a quick look at the umpires, which I'm assuming no one really cares about. Since we're talking about the umpires, I do have their like the umpiring set to personalized. So whatever call that umpire would make in real life is hopefully what he would make here. Like, they're not set to perfect or anything. As Paul Goldschmidt strikes out on a slider that I missed on, and that's why we are thinking the dynamic difficulty. We might have to move that up, but I think I'll just leave it where it's at for now, and then eventually it'll be where it needs to be. Here's Jack Flaherty. Jesse Winker will be leading us off here at opening day. Let's see what he can do. Turned off the plate coverage indicator because I'm just not very good with it, and I want this to be based on how the players actually would play. As there's Jesse Winker, rips one into the gap, or the hole in the infield over there, and he's on first base for a leadoff single on the very first pitch. Nice piece of hitting from Jesse. We got a man on to start the season. Here comes Big Joey Votto. Let's see what he can do here in his first at bat. We're gonna look for an inside fastball here. Joey's gonna lift one into the gap as well. It's not gonna roll very far, but this should be a double for Votto. So 2 runners in scoring position on just 2 pitches here to start the season. And a very, very hot start from the Reds. Here comes Big Gene Suarez. Was second in the whole league in homers last year, if I am not mistaken, just behind Pete Alonso. He may have been 3rd, I'm not entirely sure, but Eugenio will go down swinging in his first at bat. That is not what we want to see from our best player. Here comes the big free agent signing, big Mike Moustakas. That was not even close on that last pitch. So let's see what Moose can do here. Trying to get a couple RBIs, maybe in his first at bat as a Red. Here's the 3-2 to Moustakas. Something has to give. And he will walk. And now we have the bases loaded for Nicholas Castellanos. And his first plate appearance as a Red as well. He was a big free agent signing from the Tigers. Let's see what he can do here. There's one lifted into center field. And that should easily let Winker tag as he is coming to the plate. The throw is offline, so he will score easily. And Nicholas Castellanos will pick up his first RBI in just one at bat. The Reds lead it 1-0 on opening day. Good stuff. So let's see what the young Aristides Aquino can do here. Come on and made an absolute splash late last season. Hitting quite a few homers in the beginning of the year, not the beginning of the year, whenever he first got called up, but then kind of trailed off there at the end. So let's see what he can do here. Looking for him to be a pretty big piece of this organization in this franchise, because he has got potential written all over him. He's got a ton of power, a good amount of speed, and already 99 arm strength. So he's definitely a guy we'd want to hang on to, as he's going to foul this one off way into the seat. Oof, Aquino strikes out on a low two-seam. As Jack will strike out 2 batters in the inning, but we will get ourselves a nice lead. Let's see what we can do here in the second. Ooh, there's Carpenter ripping one to center as Winker will... I think that's Winker. Honestly, I don't even know who our center fielder is right now. Yeah, that was definitely Winker. Winker will just drift over and make the play, and there is one down in the inning. So there's Sonny Gray sitting down that Cardinal, as I really need to brush up on my baseball knowledge here. As that was Paul DeYoung. I probably should have known that, but I just had a nice little brain fart there. But nonetheless, Sonny Gray will pick up the strikeout. He will sit down Yadier Molina as well. Sonny Gray has looked very nice here in the first 2 innings, as it did say that he has 995 career strikeouts now, so hopefully we can get him to big number 1,000 in this opening day game. In comes Freddie Galvis, signing after I think he was released by the Blue Jays last year, and the Reds just decided to pick him up. He was pretty strong for us last year, so let's see what he can do in his first at bat. Oh, a bad call from Blue as Freddie Galvis goes down looking on the inside knuckle curve, but I mean, that was a bad call. Jeez, I don't know about that. The whole thing's off the plate. Come on now, Blue. That didn't even... The whole ball's out of the zone. That's a bad call, but I mean, hey, what are you going to do? Ooh, he's going to let one run in and hit Tucker Barnhart. He had him in a good 1-2 count, but must just let this one get away from him as he drills Tucker right in the back of his thigh. That is not a spot I'd want to get hit, especially on opening day as the catcher. Slider ran it and got him. So here with the runner on first and Sonny Gray up. Most people think we're bunting here, but not in Reds country. We let our pitcher ground in the double plays, as he will indeed. And now he's going to have to trot back out to the mound and pitch the third. That probably maybe it would have been a good idea to bunt, but Tucker doesn't exactly have the most speed. So maybe next time. So here's the 3-2 to O'Neill. Sonny kicks and deals. And oof. Diving effort from Moustakas. That will be the first Cardinal hit of the day. off the bat of Tyler O'Neill. And despite having 91 speed on first, he's not much of a stealing threat as he has that whopping 3 steal attribute. As I mean, that is just terrible. I don't understand. I mean, my steal attribute would have to be better than 3, and my speed would probably be about mid-20s if I'm being generous. As there's one to Votto. Gray's going to go over to cover first, and we will turn the double play. What an effort from Votto and Gray to get over to first and Votto to cover. As the Reds turn their first double play of the season. Look at Gray hustle over to first and record the out as we just did get him. So here comes the pitcher. Let's see what old Sonny can do here against him. There's Sonny Gray striking out the Cardinals pitcher, Jack Flaherty. Flaherty. I probably should Google a pronunciation. And sorry, I had a little bit of quiet there. I was just honestly just focused on the game. I forgot I was even recording. Here comes Jesse Winker. Let's see what he can do with his second at bat here in the third. There's Votto yet again. Trying to put one in the gap, but the center fielder will keep it in front of him as Votto is on first yet again. Well, I guess I shouldn't say again if he doubled his last at-bat, but that's the second ball in that left center gap as the center fielder just does get over to it and won't let it fly into the gap. As here comes Gene, struck out in his first at-bat. Let's see what he can do here in attempt number 2. Gene will be sat down on strikes for the second time today. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little jumpy with him because it's kind of exciting having to do with that much power up at the plate, and I'm just way early on everything with him right now. I just need to settle down with him and treat him like every other player. It's hard to do when you know you can hit one into the river every at bat as Moustakis fouls off that fastball. There goes Moustakis as well. And I am having a little bit of struggles here at the plate so far, but we still do have a 1-0 lead, so hopefully I can rein it back in the bottom of the 4th. There's Gray getting yet another strikeout as he approaches 1,000 here in opening day. So here comes Dexter Fowler, who struck out in the first. As there it is, Dexter Fowler sits down. Sonny Gray has yet another strikeout on the game. He whiffed on that inside 12-6. As we get Paul Goldschmidt chasing an outside slider, and he will strike out as well. So a very, very dominant performance so far from Sonny Gray through 4 innings. Let's see if the old Redlegs can get us some run support. There's Nicholas Castellanos ripping one into left field. He will lead off the day, or lead off this inning with a single. And he's having himself a nice little game here with an RBI in his first at-bat on the sac fly and a single. As this one gets away from Molina, and Castellanos will get his first stolen base on the season as he easily moves up to second on the wild pitch. So now let's see what Aquino can do here with a runner in scoring position and no outs. Aquino has worked himself into a 3-2 count. Let's see what he can do here. We're going to guess two-seam fastball. And oh Lord, that is some really bad usering, as I was about 2 days early on the knuckle curve. As I was looking for a fastball big time, didn't get it, and just made myself look silly. Here's Freddie Galvis chopping one over the pitcher. He will be fired out at first. Now we have 2 outs and a man on third. Let's see what Tucker Barnhart can do. Not exactly known for his batting ability, but let's see if he can pick up a nice clutch RBI here with 2 outs. His second at-bat of the season. He's going to loft one into left, and that might fall. No, it doesn't. And Castellanos' leadoff single will not amount to anything as we head into the 5th. Oh, as there's Carpenter driving one into right, but Aquino will get under it. And there is one away in the inning. And the slider will sit DeYoung down for the 2nd time today. He strikes out swinging as he was also fishing for that outside slider, as he's not been the first one today. He was way out in front of it as well as he strikes out. Here's Yadier Molina putting one over the second base bag and into center, as he will be on with a single with 2 outs in the 5th. And you pretty much know that Yadier Molina is stealing with that whopping 0 speed on first base. So let's see if Tucker can gun him out whenever he goes, because I'm sure that he will. And you gotta wonder, this O'Neill, who was on earlier, who's currently at the plate, has 91 speed and 3 steals. But Yadier Molina, over there on first, as we get the strikeout, had 0 speed and 11 steals. So that's an interesting attribute stat line there for today. Here comes Sonny Gray, who has, surely to goodness, has to have his 1,000th strikeout by now. They haven't given me any sort of update. He just said that he had 994 entering the game, so I'm assuming that he does have 1,000. So congratulations to him, and good to see him reach that milestone in a red uniform. There's Sonny Gray ripping one into center, and that will fall. But the pitcher is on to lead off the 5th. That is a very good start. And that will bring up our leadoff man, Jesse Winker. Winker is going to bounce one to Goldschmidt, and then we'll get the out at first. He will beat out the throw, or get the out at second. He will beat out the throw at first, so a fielder's choice for Jesse Winker. That was not what we wanted to see. So now we have man on first and 1 out. So let's see what Votto can do here. Votto's going to rip one up the middle first pitch, as he's been locked in all day and is now a fat and sassy 3 for 3 on the game. He rips this one right back at Jack. Really hit him in his foot. He just looks locked in, ready to start the season and hopefully take the Centrals. Here comes Gene, who's looked the polar opposite. And you can definitely say that it's been my fault so far, as I have really not looked too good with him. So hopefully we can change that here. There's one up the middle, and it's going to get through. And Winker will round third, and he will score for his 2nd time on the day. As Eugenio Suarez came through, ripped one up the middle, and got his first hit and RBI on the season, as that's what we like to see from our best overall player. In comes Big Moose, Mike Moustakas. He is going to ground one to the second baseman. Gene's out at 2. He will be tossed out at 1, and the Cardinals turn the double play and limit the damage. So here's one hit on the ground from Lance Thomas to Mike Moustakas. He will toss him out at first base, and we have 1 away in the inning. There's a liner from Jack as Votto reels it in. Whoops. And there will be 2 down in the inning, as here comes Colton Wong. he's going to sky one into left field. Castellanos will get his first action of the day as he makes the play, and the Reds are out of the top of the 6th. That is now a quality start on opening day for old Sonny. It is a good start for him on this year. Here's Castellanos lofting one into right, and I don't know, I can't see who that is from here, but he's going to have some trouble with it out there as Castellanos is on with yet another base hit. He's looking pretty solid here to start as well. And it's looking like it is time for Flaherty's day to end. And they're not going to let him try and record the quality start, as here comes Alex Reyes. He last year just got in for 4 games, only 3 innings with a big 15 ERA. He's definitely a raw prospect here. Let's see what he has got here against another one in Aristides Aquino. Here's Aquino ripping one to the third baseman, but it will be caught by Carpenter, and he will be out for the 3rd time today. Here comes Freddie Galvis, who likes to dance in the batter's box. That's what it's looking like. He doesn't look like he can sit still. As he rips one into the gap in left center, and that will roll as Castellanos rounds 3rd on the double from Galvis, and he's headed to the plate, and he will slide in and make it a 3-0 Reds lead. We have looked pretty alright here batting-wise so far. There's Galvis' first RBI on the year. So Barnhart has worked himself into a 3-2 count. Let's see what he can do here. He will draw the walk. A nice job from Barnhart. Now we have a decision to make: is do we let Gray bat and then pitch the 7th and maybe even the 8th, or do we bring in a sub and try and bring in one of these, or try and bring in a couple more runs? We do have a runner on 1st and 2nd. We are going to elect to just let Gray hit here, as he already has 1 single on the day, as hopefully he can make it 2. There's a little dribbler. The shortstops, they're going to get the out at 1st. But Gray will hustle over, or gosh dang it, they get the out at 2nd, but Gray hustles over to 1st as he does a nice job of beating out the double play. And now we have runners at the corners. Jeez, can't talk today. Runners at the corners and old Jesse Winker up, so let's see what he can do here in this clutch situation. Oh, Lord. Reyes. There's a high inside fastball, and it nails Winker in the, looks like about the elbow, as Winker was not happy with that. He tosses the bat aside, and a scary play there. Let's see what Votto can do here with 2 down and the bases loaded. Votto's going to rip one deep into right field. It gets caught on the warning track. It looked like we almost had an opening day grand slam from our veteran first baseman. Was right there on the track, but it will stay in the park and be recorded as an out. As well, what a show that would have been. So here's Gray in to pitch the 7th, having only thrown 72 pitches. There's a high fastball for strike 1 against old Dexter Fowler. Here we are with the 3-2 to Fowler. See if Gray can continue some dominance. It's going to be grounded to Gene at 1st as he rifles it over to Votto. A little bit high, but Votto is there to make the play, and there's 1 away in the end. After a long battle with Goldschmidt, Sonny Gray finally gets him on the low changeup, as it has not been Goldschmidt's day. and he will not get a hit against old Sonny today. He was way out in front of the changeup. He will sit down on strikes yet again. Here's Carpenter putting one up the middle, right into the shift, and Galvis will handle it and put it away. In comes Josh Brebbia for the Cardinals. 66 games last year with 13 holes, 72 and 2/3 innings. Let's see what he can do here against the meat of the Reds lineup, starting with Eugenio Suarez. Gene's gonna laser one up the middle, but a nice diving play from old DeYoung. Almost forgot his name yet again. He makes a really nice diving effort, laying out for it, making the throw off his knees. There was no shortage of great fielding on that one as Eugenio goes down, and here comes old Moustakas yet again. As Moustakas swings at a low changeup. Once again, that is just bad usering by me. Moustakas goes down on strikes, and I have not looked good with our best power hitters so far. Here's Nicholas Castellanos, as he will poke another one through the infield, and he is on first base yet again. He has been real hot here to start the season. There's another nice piece of hitting from our free agent signing. So far, has been exactly what we hoped for. It's just a guy that can get on base and maybe hit some homers and be a real nice outfielder for us, as he's looked great so far to start. Away. Oh, Aquino gets struck out on 4 straight high heaters. As wow, that was just more and more bad usering, as I wish I could apologize to Aquino after that one, as that was just bad. We have a nice battle going here with DeYoung and Lorenzen. As there's the 8th pitch of the at-bat, and he will strike out on the outside changeup as DeYoung continues a not-so-eventful day. This is one he'd like to forget already. Here comes Yadier Molina. He's going to put one in center. It looks like Winker will be there to track it down. He makes kind of an awkward twist with his body, but records the out nonetheless. Here's Tyler O'Neill. Let's see what Lorenzen can do here against him. He's lofted one into right field, and Aquino will camp under it. And that will be the 3rd out of the inning. We will head into the bottom of the 8th, still with a 3-0 lead for the Red Wings. The Cardinals are going to make yet another pitching change, as here comes Genesis Cabrera. 13 games last season. Not a great ERA on how many innings he's pitched or whip, and quite a few walks. So let's see what big yawn. See what old Freddie Galvis can do here. As he is batting from the other side now, as he does hit switch. Galvis is going to weakly ground one to the shortstop, as he does try and hustle over to first, but he will be put away for the 1st out in the bottom of the 8th. In checks Tucker Barnhart. Tucker gets a fastball right down the middle. Can't do anything with it. Wow, nice hustle there, Tucker, as he is thrown out at first on a very bad play. We are going to bring in Mark Payton. Pinch hit here for Lorenzen, as he didn't get the start here on opening day, but he will be starting against left-handed pitching, I do believe. Actually, I think he starts. Excuse me, he starts whenever we have a DH against righties, but since we are here in Great America, we do not get a DH, so he was not playing today. But you will see a little bit of him here whenever we do get a chance to have a DH against right-handed pitching. Ooh, I see waves on the high heat, and he will be sat down for the 3rd out of the inning. As in comes big Raisel Iglesias. Hopefully he can get the job done here in the top of the ninth and hopefully pick up his first save of the season. Let's see what old Rizal can do here. Rizal throws an outside slider to the batter. Galvis will have to charge this one. He will make a nice running throw to Votto, and we have one down. Here comes Harrison Bader. He will try to keep the Cardinals' hopes of winning alive here. There's a first pitch strike on the outside low fastball. And give Bader a change. That is strike 2. Let's see if Rizal can set him down here. As he does wave on the low sinker, and Harrison Bader will be out number 2. As the Cardinals' chances are dwindling. As here comes Colton Wong. As he's gonna pop this fastball up for Tucker Barnhart. And Tucker will make the easy play in foul territory as the Reds will win here on opening day. A very nice win on an incredible pitching performance from Sonny Gray. As what a game and what a way to start the season. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please let me know by liking and subscribing if you're new here. We'll be posting a lot of content here on MLB on the PlayStation and then on Rainbow and NBA on the Xbox. Chat, if you did enjoy, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next Reds video. Thank you very much for watching. See ya.